Your 2016 VRC 8-Skill Nitro Buggy World Championship getting set to go here at RC Tracks of Las Vegas. Getting set to go your top 10 drivers after qualifying on the grid right now. Tone sounds were off and underway. Into that first turn they go. We'll see who comes out on top early on. I believe that is going to be Warren Jones and the all-black TLR buggy with that early lead. Coming around now, up and over the step-up section they go. Here for lap number 1. And indeed it is. It's going to be Jones out front here in this one. Down through the step down. Oh, Jones making a mistake there. Getting up on the pipe. That's going to change things up as they work their way through that rhythm section now. Round for lap number 1. Many laps ahead of these drivers here in this one. As you can see, through that slick brick section they go, and around down the front straight they go for one lap into this one. Deswart going to be out front, lead the way. James Lapavot in the number 2 spot. Mark Kuhonkin in the 3. We're looking at Warren Jones. Jones in that number 4 spot. Coming back through the switchback sections right now. Jones was your early leader here in this one. Your top qualifier as well. He's sitting in 4th. Now dropping back to the number 5 spot as he works his way back down, up and over the step-up section once again through the rhythm section. Jones looking for that inside line early on here in this one through the switchbacks, up and over the bricks. Back around to the front stretch now. It's going to be Markku Honkanen out front leading the way. James Lapavot in the number 2 spot now. Deswart dropping back to the number 3 spot. Hillman in the 4. Heinen in the 5 spot. Jones 9th. Your top 7. As you can see, these drivers working their way onto the back side of the track right now. It's going to be Schnargowski in that number 8 spot. Potoso in the 9 spot. Fabrizio rounding out your top 10 here in this one. Look at Markku Honkanen out front leading the way in that all-pink buggy. Coming back around to the front stretch. He's got company coming up behind him. That's going to be James Lapavot. Now it's going to be you, Deswart. Deswart up to the number 2 spot now. Heinen in that 3 spot. James Lapavot in the 4 spot. Warren Jones in the 5 spot, your top qualifier. Onto the left side, once again, Honkanen. Your leader out front here in that all-pink buggy. Deswart in that number 2 spot. As they work their way back into the center section right now, coming into the rhythm section. A 3-way battle here right now. That's going to be James Lapavot, Warren Jones. Jones trying to work his way back up through the field. You can see bouncing through the rhythm section there. Oh, and making a move right there. Down the front stretch he goes. Warren Jones now all the way up into the number 3 spot. James Lapavot dropping to the 4 spot. Hillman into the 5 as they come back onto the left-hand side. Honkanen going to be out front. Deswart in the number 2 spot. Jones still in the 3. James Lapavot in the 4. Hillman in the 5. Jones right now arguably one of the fastest drivers on the track. Had some bad luck to start this one out. He's looking to work his way back up through the field right now. And as you can see, he's closing the gap up on Deswart in that number 2 spot. And a good line right there. You saw him 45 across that corner. James Lapavot there in the pink and green buggy coming around. Back around to the front stretch. He goes now. 3 minutes into this one. Markku Honkanen going to be out. Oh, what a big crash right there for James Lapavot. Right there, catches a hole on the takeoff, that little roller, and it puts him upside down. That cost him valuable time there in this one, dropping him back in the field. As you can see, he's recovered back down the back section. He goes right now. Warren Jones in that number 3 spot, trying to chase down Deswart in that number 2 spot. Coming around through the switchbacks, they go on the right side, up into that off-camber section. As they come around, this time by 34.9 that time for Jones. His fast lap right now, 33.7. A lot of racing left to go. Markku Honkanen, meanwhile, out front. He's 3 seconds ahead of Deswart in the number 2 spot, who is 1.026 seconds ahead of Warren Jones in the 3 spot. Markku Honkanen working his way on the back, on the right-hand side now. Through that rhythm section, he goes that all-pink buggy. A 3-second lead right now for him. Robert Hillman still sits in the 4. James Lapavot dropping to that number 5 spot. Ari Heinen in the 6th spot. Peter Knight in that 7th spot. Looking back once again here at Warren Jones. 4 minutes into this one. Jones trying to close the gap on Deswart. And we're taking a time shift. 12 minutes into this one. Now Warren Jones finds himself in 2nd, but he is 11.5 seconds back from Markku Honkanen. Warren Jones working his way on the left-hand side of the track. There you see Markku on the front side of the track. Coming through Markku Honkanen rolls it over, clips that inside pipe, a near flawless race for him up to that point. Coming in for fuel now. Rough lap here on this one for Honkanen. Into the pits he goes. He's up and on the wall right now. And a good pit stop there. He is in and out. We'll see how this shakes things up. There's Warren Jones. Jones has now closed the gap up on him, but Jones still has to make his pit stop. They're going to be less than a few seconds apart right now as Warren Jones in that all-black buggy chasing down Honkinen in the pink buggy. Jones trying to work his way through lap traffic right now. Robert Hillman going to be in that 3 spot. James Lapoveau in the 4. Hugh DeZwart dropping to the number 5 spot here into this one. 13 minutes into this race. Through that rhythm section they go. Oh, and a big mistake right there for Warren Jones. Jones jumps a little far to the inside. Clips that pipe and rolls it over. That's going to cost him right there. We'll see if he makes a pit stop this time around. No, he does not. He goes on by. So back down the front stretch he goes. 4.2 seconds separate him right now. Honkinen going to be out front. James Lapoveau in the 3 spot. Hillman in the 4. Hugh DeZwart in the 5. There's James Lapoveau working his way around in the green and orange. He's got Hillman all over him right now. Hillman in the orange and white. Hillman up to 3rd now. On the left side they go. Up and over the step-up second. James Lapoveau in the 4 spot. Through the switchbacks, dropping down now. Lapoveau back up into 3rd. Hillman's got the inside line. Not able to make it happen, though. Back into the double-double section now. Onto the back right side they go. Coming back around right now. James Lapoveau in 3rd. Hillman in 4th. Time for a time shift. Here we go. Moving into the future into this one. 18 minutes into this one. Almost 19 minutes. Markku Honkinen is still out front. Warren Jones in the number 2 spot, 2.2 seconds back right now. James Lapoveau in 3rd. Robert Hillman in 4th. Hugh DeZwart in the 5 spot. 19 minutes into this one now, and as you can see, Warren Jones clicking off some of the fastest laps we've seen. But I tell you what, the consistency right now of Markku Honkinen is what's really paying off here in this one. Markku through the rhythm section on the right side, that hot pink buggy. Warren Jones in that all-black buggy. You can see they're separated by about a straightaway length right now. Here comes Markku Honkinen, and there's Warren Jones. Jones getting all sorts of sideways. Coming onto the front stretch right now. Up and over that big roller section they go into the center. Jones trying to work his way through lap traffic right now. Markku Honkinen with a clear track ahead of him. James Lapoveau in the number 3 spot. Hugh DeZwart in the 4 spot. Robert Hillman in the 5. There's your leader, Markku Honkinen. Onto the back right side he goes once again. Oh, jumping over traffic. Traffic upside down there in the rhythm section. Up and over that little tabletop and down the front stretch. Yet another lap in the book. Lap 35. Warren Jones going to be 3.1 seconds back from James Lapoveau in the 3 spot. DeZwart in the 4. Hillman still in the 5. As you can see, Warren Jones, he started out front. He was dominant in qualifying, taking over that top TQ spot. And he's sitting 2nd right now. He wants to change that. Coming back down through the infield section right now. Oh, a little mistake right there for Warren Jones. Jones pushing it with everything he's got right now. I tell you what, though, he's got to keep it on all 4 wheels. 3 seconds behind your leader right now. And a big mistake right there for Warren Jones. Jones bouncing into the pit lane piping. Puts him upside down. That's going to cost him even more time to your leader, Markku Honkinen. Markku Honkinen going to be out front leading the way here in this one. 6.8 seconds now ahead of Warren Jones. James Lapoveau in the 3 spot. DeZwart in the 4. And now Robert Hillman jumping up in the mix. Taking a time shift here, 37 minutes into this one. Markku Honkinen got out front early on, and he is looking to run away with this race right now. As you can see, working his way onto that back right side. Still a lot of racing left to go for these drivers. Up and over the tabletop section he goes, coming back around. Markku Honkinen in for fuel now. He's in and on pit wall. There's Warren Jones. Jones down the front stretch, makes the pass for the lead now. Warren Jones back to the lead for the first time in this race since the very start. Jones, though, I believe, still has to make a pit stop. We'll have to wait and see. Up and over the step up on the left side he goes. Warren Jones has been waiting for this moment to get back into the top spot. Coming back down through the center section now. Up and over the roller section. Markku Honkinen dropping back to 2nd. James Lapoveau in 3rd. Hugh DeZwart in 4th. Robert Hillman still rounding out your top 5 right now. Here comes your leader, Warren Jones, back around to the front side. Coming back around right now into the rough and bumpy, into that straight there. As you can see, both drivers taking that far right side, trying to miss the big hole here at RC Tracks Las Vegas. One of many holes out there on this track. Markku Honkinen in the number 2 spot, James Lapoveau in the 3 spot still. And as you can see, Markku Honkinen only a few seconds back right now from Warren Jones. Warren Jones still has a pit stop ahead of him as they're working their way around through the rhythm section once again. There's James Lapoveau in the number 3 spot. Coming back around here in this one. And as you can see, James Lapoveau almost looks like he's hitting a jump into that turn. And the track is so bumpy. and so rough here at RC Tracks of Las Vegas. Lapovo right now quite a distance behind Marku Honkanen in the number 2 spot. He's got Robert Hillman 14.7 seconds back behind him. Lapovo looking for a top 3 finish here at the 2016 VRC Nitro Buggy World Championships. Back down the front stretch he goes right now. He is 22 seconds behind Marku Honkanen. Marku Honkanen only at 2.5 seconds behind your leader Warren Jones. James Lapovo on the left-hand side, up and over the step-up section he goes. And as you can see, James Lapovo, one of the smoothest drivers out there here in this one. Just not able to put the fast laps together to catch back up to your leaders. Oh, just as I say it, we jinxed him right there through the rhythm section. Jumps to that inside, bumps it, and upside down he goes. He's got room to do that, though, with a 14-second lead over Robert Hillman. James Lapovo still holds on to third. There's Robert Hillman, our 4th place driver, working his way onto the right-hand side of the track in that orange and white buggy. Back down the front stretch. Now back to your leader, Warren Jones, your top qualifier here from RC Tracks of Las Vegas. Looking for a win, however, he's got Marku Honkanen coming on strong. 1.6 seconds separate them right now. Back around to the front side they go. And there you see Warren Jones coming in for his pit stop. So Jones in the pits now. That's going to allow Marku Honkanen up into the top spot. Jones in and out of the pits, but Marku Honkanen back to the lead now. James Lapovo still going to be in 3rd. Robert Hillman in 4th. There you see your leader, Marku Honkanen, right now in this one. Looking smooth and comfortable out front. Up and over that step up he goes. Onto the backside, coming back around right now. Warren Jones going to be in that number 2 spot. Marku Honkanen got out front early on here in this one, and he's looking to try and keep it there right now. Warren Jones, he's pushing so hard, trying to make up any little bit of time that he can on this man right here, Marku Honkanen. There you see Honkanen down the front stretch. Here comes Warren Jones now. Jones taking that inside. Oh, Jones clipping the inside pipe. End over end he goes. Jones getting a little too close to that pipe on the inside. It caught him there and it put him end over end down the front stretch. That cost him valuable time on your leader, Marku Honkanen, right now with a little more than 15 minutes left to go for these drivers in this race. Marku Honkanen is out front. Warren Jones in that number 2 spot. Taking a time shift 50 minutes into this one with 10 minutes left to go. Marku Honkanen going to be out front. Warren Jones 1.3 seconds back from him right now. You can see Jones there sneaking into the camera view. Here comes Marku Honkanen. Marku Honkanen into the pits now. In and on the wall, Warren Jones goes on by. Jones now back to the lead. James Lapovo in the number 3 spot. Robert Hillman in the 4 spot. Yuta Zwart in the 5. Marku Honkanen dropping back to 2nd now. Warren Jones up into the top spot. Will Jones make another pit stop? And when he does, how will that shake things up right now? We'll see when they cross the line just how far apart they are on the official time clock. Coming back down through the center section. Marku Honkanen in that number 2 spot right now through the rhythm section. Oh, you see some trouble there for lap drivers. There's Warren Jones. Jones down the front stretch now. Jones coming around that time by lap number 88. Marku Honkanen is 6 seconds back from Warren Jones right now in this one. 51 minutes into the 60-minute final. Through the switchback sections they go. Warren Jones out front. Marku Honkanen in 2nd. James Lapovo in 3rd. Warren Jones was your top qualifier. He set the pace in qualifying. He's looking to do it again here in the main. But Marku Honkanen has a whole other idea. Honkanen trying to close that gap up, and he has considerably here in the last couple of laps. They are now only 4.3 seconds apart. They were 6 seconds apart. Here's where it's going to change up. Here comes Jones into the pits now. Warren Jones up and on the wall. Marku Honkanen down the front stretch. He goes. Warren Jones in and out. Marku Honkanen back to the front now. Warren Jones dropping back to 2nd. Marku Honkanen taking over that top spot. And they're going to be a couple seconds apart right now. Warren Jones had a 6-second lead. Marku Honkanen chipped away at it, and it paid off with the pit stops. As Honkanen back to the front now. That should have been both drivers' final pit stops here in this race. Warren Jones, though, he's going to be pushing it. He's going to have to go almost 10 full minutes on this last tank of fuel without having to make another pit stop. Down the front stretch goes Marku Honkanen, your leader right now. 2.6 seconds of lead on Warren Jones. James Lapovo in the number 3 spot, a distant 3rd right now to your top 2 drivers. And as you can see, Jones trying to work his way through lap traffic with 54 minutes down. Time shift now. Down the front stretch, Markku Honkanen out front here in this one. Trying to run away with this one. He's 2.6 seconds ahead of Warren Jones. Anything can happen. We've seen it time and time again, and especially here at RC Tracks of Las Vegas. Incredibly rough, bumpy, and off-road racing facility. Markku Honkanen working his way onto the right-hand side. Through the rhythm section he goes. Honkanen looking for a 2016 VRC Nitro Buggy World Championship win. Warren Jones trying to chase him down and take it back from him. 3.3 seconds separate them right now. Pretty consistent lap times for both drivers, staying about the same pace right now. Oh, a little mistake there for Jones. Jones caused that big hole right after the double section, bounced him a little sideways. That cost him a few tenths of a second. I tell you what, when a world championship is on the line, tenths of a second is all that it takes to make or break your race day. That's for sure. Markku Honkanen out front, 3.3 seconds ahead of Warren Jones. Back through the rhythm section. Oh, and another mistake for Jones right now. Jones pushing so hard, trying to make up as much time as possible. He's actually losing time to your leader, Markku Honkanen, right now, who's now got to a 3.2 second lead. Honkanen, as you can see through the switchback section right now, working his way onto the left side, up and over the step up now. Jones in the 2, Lapavo in the 3, Hillman and DeZwart, your top 5. Time is winding down here in this one. Your leader, Markku Honkanen, putting the pink buggy out front here in this one. Through the switchbacks on the right side he goes once again. Up and over the tabletop, back around for yet another lap. 99 laps in the book here at RC Tracks of Las Vegas, just in this hour-long main final. Not to mention all the qualifying and practice and hard work these drivers have put in to get to this point here in this race. 2.5 minutes left to go now for these drivers. Warren Jones, 3.3 seconds back from Markku Honkanen, so he lost about a tenth of a second the last lap. We'll see what they got this time around. And as you can see, Markku Honkanen onto the right-hand side. I think Warren Jones has closed the gap up maybe just a bit. We'll see here when they cross the line. And Jones making a big mistake right there. Jones bouncing way out wide. That cost him 0.2 of a second that last time by Markku Honkanen. Right now trying to stay smooth and consistent. Warren Jones right now clicking off the fast laps, but the consistency award has to go to your leader, Markku Honkanen, with 100 laps in the books in this one. 2 minutes left to go here from RC Tracks Las Vegas before we crown ourselves the 2016 VRC Nitro Buggy World Champion. Onto the right side, Honkanen goes again. Back around. As you can see, Markku Honkanen and Warren Jones, both drivers, taking a few different lines there. Coming down the front stretch, that bumpy front stretch. Markku Honkanen taking that wide outside line, trying to set up for the end of the turn. Warren Jones taking that tight inside line, which we saw earlier cost Jones as he caught that inside pipe and sitting end over end. James Lapavo in the number 3 spot, Hillman in the 4, DeZwart in the 5. 3.7 seconds separate your top 2 right now. A little more than a minute to go here in this one. Honkanen coming around. Final few laps ahead of us. Back down the front stretch. Now goes Warren Jones. 3.7 seconds separate them right now. Markku Honkanen, this race is his to win or lose, depending on how these final laps go. 1 minute left to go. Onto the backside he goes. Honkanen started the number 2 spot on the grid. Chasing down Warren Jones early on. He got the early lead. They've swapped it several times throughout this all-hour-long final. Onto the right side, coming back around now. 40 seconds left in this one. Markku Honkanen down the front stretch. Here's Warren Jones. Jones has chipped away now. 2.8 seconds back from Markku Honkanen. So Warren Jones is closing the gap. Is there enough time, though? 30 seconds left to go in this one. Markku Honkanen's got to keep it on all 4 wheels. If he can do so, I think we are looking at our next VRC World Champion. Coming back around onto the right-hand side now. 15 seconds left on that master clock. It's going to be close, whether they get the free lap or not. Onto the right side, through the switchback sections. 5 seconds to go. Honkanen goes by. And that is time. Jones going to get the free one as well, so that's going to be the last lap right here. Warren Jones trying to close the gap up on Honkanen. 2.2 seconds separate them right now. Onto the left-hand side, up and over the step-up second, you can see Warren Jones pushing so hard. Markku Honkanen trying to keep it clean. Through the step down section he goes. You can see Jones inching his way into sight. On to the right side one final time through the switchbacks. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2016 VRC Nitro Buggy World Champion, Markku Honkanen. Warren Jones coming around for second. James Lampavo rounding out your top three in third.